Hello and welcome to Galactic Developments. Galactic Developments is a history of the future, told in many events on a common timeline. 2544, the first alien visitor to the solar system. Humanity has spread throughout the solar system. Millions of people live in orbit or on other planets. Recently, spaceships started to travel faster than the speed of light, and only 13 light years away, a trading post has been discovered where alien species meet. Humanity's first FTL ships travel there. The trip takes several months because FTL technology is still brand new. After meeting humans at the trading post, an interstellar trader of the Marui species decides to visit the Sol system. For the Marui, the trip only takes 10 days. From humanity's point of view, their ship is extremely modern and very fast. The Marui, however, consider it rather small and old. The Marui ship's incoming course is 60 degrees off the ecliptic plane. The nearest planet is Saturn. Neptune and Uranus are currently far off on the other side of the solar system. During their approach, the Marui crew analyzes traffic patterns and approaches one of the busiest hubs, the Iberdan habitat orbiting Titan. The merchant vessel hails Iberdan's traffic control. Using automated translators, they ask about docking procedures and local habits. The Traffic Control Center assigns a docking tube just as if extrasolar visitors were an everyday occurrence. The traffic in the outer solar system, outside the plane of the ecliptic, is not regulated. Sometimes long-distance ships arrive there, but interstellar traffic is still insignificantly small compared to the in-system traffic volume. The Marui ship can easily be mistaken for one of humanity's few long-distance merchants. In the middle of the third millennium, the live translator is ubiquitously used for communications. Many different languages are in use throughout the solar system. Traffic control typically uses their local language, which in this case is Titan Nigerian Hatta. The Marui had acquired the translator with hundreds of solar languages from the human mission at the trading post. The Marui vessel pulls in at one of the flexible docking tubes, as they have been advised by the control center. The crew waits for the release indicator before they open the airlock and leave the ship. Then, inside the Iberdan dock, a group of 5 Marui, dressed in light protection suits, knock at the Christoplast window of the docking master's booth. The docking master on duty is surprised by the protection suits and by the unfamiliar look of the visitors. But an experienced 26th century docking master has seen a lot of questionable genetic engineering. Compared to all the uplifts, biomods and mech shells, the Marui seem rather normal. At least they walk on 2 legs, which cannot be said about all human zero-G genetic hacks. During the following conversation, again with the help of the automatic translator, the docking master slowly realizes that his visitors are more alien than he initially assumed. Then, frantic activity breaks loose. The docking master rushes back into his Christoplast booth and alerts the control center. That takes 3 seconds. Then the on-call team of the immigration agency, after 10 seconds. And finally his sister at Kronos News, within 25 seconds. 50 seconds later, the 5 Marui are surrounded by camera drones and police bots. At the 55-second mark, the avatar of a reporter flickers up inside the Marui group. The first flash posts are online after 60 seconds. Kronos News starts to broadcast live after 78 seconds. Their 3D live feed is taken over by a relay chopper after 85 seconds. 90 seconds after the dockmaster's alert, a rapid response team in heavy exoskeleton armor takes aim at the visitors. The area around the Marui is cordoned off by mobile barriers after 92 seconds. 3 seconds later, jammers unsuccessfully try to interrupt the live feed. The relay chopper had arrived in time and is already sending from inside the barrier. Avatars of the first Gawkers flicker up after 98 seconds. The first physical spectators after 105 seconds are uploads in mechs. Bios arrive only slightly later. 2 minutes after the initial alert, the dock is filled with 25 circling sensor drones belonging to 10 different news services, as well as 15 police bots with crowd control equipment, 7 military drones, an airborne tactical coordinator AI, 12 barrier bots with transparent shields, 800 mechs, 120 bios, among those the 4 in battle armor who do not have a free line of fire anymore, and 5,000 avatars in varying sizes and shapes, though these don't take up any physical space. An uneasy silence falls onto the scene, which is only interrupted by the reporter avatar's persistent attempts to get an interview with the Marui. After another 90 seconds, Esmeralda Alvarez Velázquez, head of the Ibadan Civilian Traffic Control, pushes through the crowd and reaches the inner circle, where the 5 Marui have moved closer together. Almost exactly 4 minutes after the docking master realized the significance of the moment, the first extrasolar visitors are officially welcomed, covered live by Kronos News. The news propagates at the speed of light throughout the Saturn system, with all its moons and satellites. The Kronos newsfeed is automatically augmented by other news agencies with live impressions, background information and commentaries. The EXA level priority tag is authorized by most reputation networks, and so the news penetrates all news filters. Most of the 10 million inhabitants of the Saturn system interrupt what they are doing, or they are woken up or booted. They experience the first extrasolar visit live via the retina displays, implants or data interfaces, as if they were present on the spot. Velázquez tells the visitors Maraba Darana Kadakadamu, using the local language Hatta. This means, welcome to the solar system, there is no need to worry. The term Kadakadamu, no need to worry, turns into a popular quote, transcending all language barriers, and Velázquez becomes the star of the talk shows. This was Galactic Developments, year 2544. I'm a physicist and I've always been interested in history. That's a good combination for the history of the future. I want to stay as close as possible to reality. Above all, this applies to technology, which should be scientifically sound or at least reasonably explainable. But it also applies to social and economic developments. If you think that I've presented something unrealistically, write me in the comments. Or, if I've raised more questions than I've answered, please also ask me in the comments. More events from the future can be found at galacticdevelopments.com. If you have a futuristic topic you'd like me to discuss, drop me a line. If you want to use an idea or add something yourself, feel free to do so. I have already written hundreds of events, and I would love to read other stories from this future. Write me if I can help.